Ones are special indeed from MF's hometown. Bobby Banson, thank you very much for joining us. But MF Pal, there you have it.
So this song, we know that Tiny is on there. Hammer produced it. We know Manche did the killer cut, and then Obrafo. So we'll see how it goes. Manche's out now. We don't know about Tiny. We don't know about the others. Let's see.
But if there is $10 million on the table, you can bet that a lot of people will want part of that money if you win.
I'm sure the studio cleaner will come up soon.
Oh, yes. I also saw that song. By the way, thanks for joining us. Those of us who used to rap back in the day, we used to really, really jam to this particular tune. I'm happy it's a subject.
Do us the honors, please.
Drake is a big name out there. I'm looking forward to possibly the international wise picking up, and there's going to be a big debate
calling my name.
On this as well. Listen, enjoy the rest of it. We leave you with an attempt to kill a cat. But is it kill the cat or kill a cat?
Kill a cat.
Kill a cat.
Yeah, you have to slang it a bit.
Let's wait for Manchester to confirm what he was saying there. Judge for yourself whether he was attempting to kill a cat or the cat is a killer cat.
Cut blood, kill a cut. Kill a cut, blood, kill a cut. Kill a cut, blood, kill a cut. Kill a cut, blood, kill a cut. Obawa. 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 Remix. Obawa. Timmy Nunimiensa. Execution Entertainment.
Joy 99.7 FM.
So listen to Joy 99.7 FM. It's a UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg. Tonight's featured game is between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. Manchester City, they lead 3-0 from the first leg at the Etihad just about a week ago. Bayern Munich, led by Thomas Tuchel, will be hoping to overturn that. Hopefully, book a place in the semi-final. Bayern Munich, the home team, they start with Jan Sommer in post. There's Benjamin Pavard, Dayo Upamecano, De Ligt, Cancelo. That completes the back four. A midfield two of Goretzka and Kimmich. And then we have Leroy Sané, Jamal Musiala, Kingsley Coman, and Eric Choupo-Moting. Manchester City, they start with Ederson in post, Akanji, Diaz, Ake, Stones, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Grealish, and Erling Haaland. It's live commentary of the UEFA Champions League on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Daniel Cranting on commentary duty. And in summary position, it's my man Razak Musbah.
In Champions League action, of course, is the return following Chelsea's exit from the very same competition. Real Madrid showing how much more of masters they are as far as this competition is concerned. Bayern Munich, after all the troubles with Sadio Mane and Leroy Sané, will be looking to, at the very least, try and salvage something. 3-0 is a very long way, but hopefully Thomas Tuchel just might be able to find the antidote to this Manchester City side.
Manchester City, they lead the head-to-head by 4 goals, or 4-3 in the head-to-head between these two teams. Bayern Munich have, however, won their last two of the previous 3 meetings at the Allianz Arena against Manchester City, with the only defeat coming in 2013. Interestingly, it was Pep Guardiola who was in charge of Bayern Munich the last time they lost at home against Manchester City. Dio Upamecano on the ball for Bayern Munich. He was at fault for that second goal at the Etihad. He's forced back to goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Sommer plays the ball into the league. The Manchester City high press, trying to apply pressure to the Bayern Munich defense. Ball still with Sommer. He's forced back to delete. It's good pressing there from Bernardo Silva and forces a corner.
Yeah, very good pressing. Very, very good pressing. And City, very characteristic of how they play. Bayern Munich pretty much similar, but City knows how to do it best. And Bernardo Silva is often the one who does that job perfectly. And we saw them do that in the first leg and even get some goals out of Bayern Munich. Of course, we saw the mistake that Upamecano made, which again resulted in Manchester City getting a goal, all because of Manchester City's pressing. Expected even more from them tonight.
It's Bayern Munich still with possession of the ball. It's Dio Upamecano. Plays it infield to Eric Choupo-Moting. He goes to the right-hand side. Was attempting a pass there to Benjamin Pavard, but plays it out for a throw-in for Manchester City. It's live commentary on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. My name is Daniel Cranting. Doing this with Razak Musbah. The coverage, as always, proudly brought to you by Azar Paints. Azar Eteso Achesa. Azar quality paint from the Azar Group since 1927. Of course, your messages are also welcome to the number 055 11 11 997. Do well to send in those messages. We'll do well to read as many as we can. Manchester City in possession. It's Ruben Diaz. Plays it into Rodri. Rodri back to Ruben Diaz. That's a heavy touch from him. It falls to Leroy Sané. It's a late challenge there on him by Ruben Diaz. It's a free kick for Bayern Munich on the right-hand side, very close to the linesman there. He was right there. He spotted it. A heavy touch there by Ruben Diaz.
He was late. And you could see he was late to the ball. Coleman was there. Is the slightest of touches, but of course expect Coleman to try and make the most of it. Is an opportunity for Bayern Munich now, and they've lost the ball.
Interesting.
I mean, we were hoping that they would do something with a free kick, but when play resumed, they have lost the ball.
Interesting there from Bayern Munich, but they still have possession now. Jan Sommer in post for Bayern. Hits it long, looking for Kingsley Coman. He had knots it on, but unfortunately for Bayern, it falls to the feet of Ruben Diaz for Manchester City. Nathan Ake in possession. Goes back to Ederson in post. Ederson, the Manchester City goalkeeper, plays it to Ruben Diaz. who finds John Stones playing that very interesting half defensive midfielder, half centre-back role for Manchester City again today. Akanji on the ball for City. Plays in Kevin De Bruyne, finds him. John Stones looking for Bernardo Silva. Nicely controlled there by the Portuguese man. He's been pressured by 3 Bayern Munich defenders and he loses our possession. Musiala now to Leroy Sané, the former Manchester City man. Plays it infield to Musiala. That was good defensive play there for Manchester City. Rodri wins back possession for City and Ederson will clear.
Good play there from Bayern Munich. Likewise from Manchester City. I love the urgency with which Bayern Munich is playing. They just need to increase their transition a little bit more so that they can at the very least try and catch Manchester City on the break. But it's great football so far with 6 minutes into the game. And you can see what Bayern Munich are trying to do. Get an early goal and hopefully begin the quest to equalize the 3 goals deficit that they already have. And you can see already Thomas Tuchel is having issues with the officials. He's very, very passionate under the touchline. And you can see it was that infringement that on Kevin De Bruyne that Thomas Tuchel appeared unhappy about. He seems to be suggesting that it was a very soft touch on Kevin De Bruyne and it shouldn't have been taken for a foul. Expect more from Thomas Tuchel. He definitely wants to do something against Pep Guardiola tonight.
Yes, and if he's going to do that, he will definitely need an early goal. So far, 7 minutes played at the Allianz Arena is goalless between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. Man City lead 3-0 on aggregate after last week's emphatic first leg results there for them. So throw into Bayern Munich, taken quickly there by Pavard, finds Upamecano. He's forced back to Matthias de Ligt. The Dutch defender finds the Frenchman Upamecano, plays it infield to Kingsley Coman. Coman chips it looking for. He's driving to the right hand side. It's a glorious opportunity for Bayern Munich. The cross is overhit from Coman all the way to the left hand side. Leroy Sané swings in another one and is cleared by Nathan Ake. Controlled nicely there by Kevin De Bruyne. Finds Bernardo Silva twisting and turning, loses possession to Leroy Sané. And Sané's attempted pass there to Goretzka falls to De Bruyne.
It's a wonderful play from Bayern Munich. They're wonderful. And you can see that Choupo-Moting missed it by inches. If he had been able to get his head to the ball, it would have been 1 goal up for Bayern Munich over there. Oh, what a beautiful play from Bayern Munich. And they are coming again. And it's very, very good play on the side of Coman. He appears to be enjoying the space out there. And he seems to be exploiting a lot. Choupo-Moting clearly need to be very, very measured in his movements in the box. And hopefully, if he gets his head to one of those crosses, it will be an easy goal for him. At the moment, Bayern Munich are playing all the football. And
Bayern Munich will come forward again. It's Kingsley Coman again racing down the right-hand side. Coman with the ball into the box behind everybody. And luckily for Manchester City, there was Bernardo Silva there who clears. His clearance falls to Jack Grealish, who's fouled there by Benjamin Pavard. But another dangerous moment there from Bayern Munich. And again, it was that man, Kingsley Coman, on the right-hand side.
I mean, he's proven to be very threatening in this in the early phase of this game. And you can see what he's doing. He's stretching the play. He's using his speed. And you could just see it. He is making it difficult for Manchester City defenders to track him. And he's getting the crosses in there, especially the second one, the recent pass opportunity for him. And the problem there is Bayern Munich is not pushing more men into the box, because that ball easily, if there were more men in the box, somebody should have connected to it and given them the lead in this second leg of the Champions League. I mean, the chances are coming for Bayern Munich and they need to convert them. Other than that, Manchester City might just punish them.
It's 10 minutes played at the Allianz Arena. It's still goalless between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. It's the UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg tie. Manchester City are leading 3-0 on aggregate. Bayern Munich and Thomas Tuchel, they need a goal, and they need a goal fast. It's Akanji on the ball for Manchester City. Finds John Stones. Plays it to a right-hand side there to Bernardo Silva. And he's fouled there by Cancelo. And it looks like we'll get the first yellow card of the game. Joao Cancelo is shown a yellow card on that very Poor tackle there on Bernardo Silva.
Very interesting. Jacques Cancelo is on loan from Manchester City at Bayern Munich, and it's just interesting how football sometimes, just manifests. He's on loan from Manchester City at Bayern Munich, and here he is playing his ass out for Bayern Munich to ensure his parent team goes home. It's very interesting. But Bayern Munich are getting very physical. You can see quite a number of fouls have been committed, and at the moment Jacques Cancelo has a yellow card, and if a few other players pick yellow cards, Bayern Munich might just find themselves wanting.
Ruben Dias with possession of the ball for Manchester City, the centre-back, looking for options, finds Rodri in the middle of the park, spreads it to the left-hand side to Jack Grealish. He's been forced back there by Benjamin Pavard, and he goes back to Ake. Ake is forced back to goalkeeper Edison, and Man City will try to build from the back again. As Akanji finds Bernardo Silva, he hoofs it long looking for Haaland with a flick on looking for the run of Kevin De Bruyne, but Upamecano is there to clean up the mess for Bayern Munich.
It does appear Upamecano has learnt his lessons. He's been, direct with his play, not trying to do so much. He gets the ball, quickly releases it. He has learnt his lessons, it does appear.
Of course, Dayo Upamecano was at fault for the second goal. Or was it the third goal for Manchester City in last week's emphatic first leg win?
The second goal.
Dilly-dallied in possession, was dispossessed. Man City got a goal this time around, exactly as Zach Musbao says. He's not joking when he has the ball. Very direct, quickly releases it before he's put under pressure. The commentary is also live on Hits 103.9 FM.
And if you just see what the Bayern Munich are doing, each time Manchester City gets the ball, the pressure they pile on them, they make it difficult for Manchester City to play. It does appear it's going to be a long 90 minutes of pressing game. Manchester City are doing save, Bayern Munich are doing save. At the moment, it's Bayern Munich who are winning when it comes to the pressing.
It's Man City with possession of the ball. Edison in post for Manchester City. Bayern Munich wanted a free kick there. There was an attempted through ball played through to Kingsley Coman, and Ruben Dias appeared to have intentionally tripped him, but the referee missed that, and his play on. Man City still with the ball is Edison. He hoofs it long looking for Erling Haaland. He loses out to Matthias de Ligt, and Bayern Munich will win back possession. Is Joshua Kimmich. Turns nicely away from Haaland. The German midfielder, Joshua Kimmich, finds Upamecano now. Upamecano plays it through to Benjamin Pavard. Bayern Munich patient in build-up. Is Upamecano on the ball. He's being pressured there by Grealish, so he goes back to goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Upamecano for Bayern Munich. Plays in Sommer. Nice chip pass there to Musiala, but slightly overhit. And Manchester City will come forward. It's Bernardo Silva being faced there by Joao Cancelo. Bernardo Silva against his Portugal teammate. Remember, Cancelo is already on a yellow card. Bernardo Silva turns brilliantly, still on the ball. Plays it through to Kevin De Bruyne out a crossing. Looking for Erling Haaland, but Jan Sommer was there.
Beautiful play from Bernardo Silva there. Just twisting and turning around the area, and just how easily he was able to go past Bayern Munich players is worrying. And of course, Kevin De Bruyne was in the box. Wonderful cross, but credit to Jan Sommer there. He was at the right place at the right time. Had it not gotten his hand to the ball, Gundogan was right there to slot in, and it's Bayern Munich who now...
Bayern Munich are coming forward. It's Kingsley Coman, right-hand side. Pavard tries to cut the ball back to Coman, and it's cleared out only as far as Joshua Kimmich. Pavard still on the ball, placing Kingsley Coman. Looking for options, finds Kimmich. Looked like he was going to cross, he opts to go back.
Bayern Munich appear to be overthinking just a little bit, hesitating a little. Sometimes you just have to take the initiative, get that cross in, play that shot, play that true pass, and it just might land you a goal. They're hesitating, and all of a sudden, the ball, which was once in an attacking position,
just fizzles out.
Has come all the way back to the goalkeeper.
Jan Sommer on the ball for Bayern Munich, plays it long. Nicely controlled there by Benjamin Pavard. Tucks it infield to Joshua Kimmich, who's pressured there by Erling Haaland. In Manchester City win back possession. Bernardo Silva on the ball. Goes back to Rodri. Rodri plays it through to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz trying to drive through the Bayern Munich midfield. And he's pressured and he loses possession, and Bayern Munich will come forward. It's Musiala, plays a through ball, looking for Leroy Sané. He's through on goal, Leroy Sané, and he plays it wide. That was a golden opportunity, one-on-one with Ederson, and Leroy Sané fails to hit the target.
Absolutely glorious opportunity for Leroy Sané to give Bayern Munich the lead there, and he flaps it completely. Oh my word, just look at that wonderful play in midfield by Bayern Munich. They won the ball in midfield, and Jamal Musiala picks Leroy Sané. He does a wonderful run, but then Ederson comes out, closes the space. John Stones is also closing the space, and Leroy Sané fails to pick the back of the net, and you can see the disappointment on the faces of Bayern Munich fans and possibly the relief of Pep Guardiola.
Thomas Tuchel stood in anticipation of a goal. The Bayern Munich fans stood in anticipation of a goal. That's how good that chance was. But Leroy Sané missed, and coming forward now is Kevin De Bruyne. Has attempted through pass there to Jack Grealish, is cut out. And Bayern Munich will come forward again. It's Choupo-Moting just inside the center circle, finds Jamal Musiala on the left-hand side. He's forced back there to Matthias de Ligt. Bayern Munich trailing 3-0 from that first leg last week. They need a goal, and they need it quick. It's Joao Cancelo now on the ball on the left-hand side. Cuts in onto his right foot as he usually does. Goretzka plays a one-time pass there to Musiala, trying to spin away there from Gundogan, but he's dispossessed. And Manchester City will come forward. It's Erling Haaland who goes past Upamecano and is brought down. And what is the verdict?
It's a red
card. Last man tackle there from Dayo Upamecano.
The only thing, yes.
And it looks like the linesman had his flag up. So that won't count. It's an offside instead of a red card.
I could see. I think that's one thing that Upamecano was banking on, that hopefully this ends in an offside position, because it looked like what's his name? Erling Haaland was in an offside position. It very much looked like it was an offside position, but Upamecano was lucky there. Bayern Munich were lucky there, and they have to be careful. You don't leave Erling Haaland in such a position. He has the pace, he has the physicality, and guess what? He is capable of doing it. They are checking if indeed it's an offside, and indeed it's an offside. What a relief for Upamecano. What a relief for Bayern Munich, and they need to avoid such situation. You put... Oh, this is close.
That was very, very tight there. Very, very tight. Saved by the lines of VAR. And Upamecano has had his red card overturned. And there's a yellow card to Thomas Tuchel for complaining there. The referee has had enough of him and shows him a yellow card. So that's a warning there for the Bayern Munich head coach. So confirmation that red card has been overturned. It's rather an offside. And Bayern Munich breathe a sigh of relief.
Thomas Tuchel needs to be very composed. Bayern Munich will need him on the touchline. They can't afford to have him sent into the stands. They need him on the touchline, and he needs to be a bit more composed. All right, the players, they're playing well. They're really doing well so far, and he needs to be composed. And I think the yellow card clearly is going to keep him a little composed. He can't afford to be off the touchline in this very crucial moment of the game. But what a let-off for Upamecano there. And Coman surges forward again.
Kingsley Coman, and he's brought down there by Nathan Ake, and it's a free kick. Referee's trying to get a hold of the game. The Bayern Munich players wanted to play that one quickly.
They want a yellow card on Nathan Ake, and Nathan Ake is having a very difficult day there, and it does appear Thomas Tuchel himself has identified that area to be a weak point for Manchester City, and Coman is utilizing it. Ake is having a very, very difficult time. He needs support. Jack Grealish needs to track back a little more.
It's the pace of Kingsley Coman that is proving very difficult for Nathan Ake to deal with. There's a free kick for Bayern Munich on the right-hand side, just on the edge of the box there. Leroy Sané, Joshua Kimmich behind the ball. Who will take this? An opportunity for Bayern Munich to put a dangerous one into the box. They've already missed a big chance there. And they have another opportunity to create one. Is Leroy Sané, who goes for goal. And it's a fantastic save at the near post there from Edison.
Wonderful idea by Leroy Sané there. You can see the space was there. He tried to exploit it, but you can see that Edison had it covered all along. All along he had it covered with his one hand. He just, palmed it away from the post. But it was a brilliant effort there. Corner kick for Bayern Munich, for a throw-in. And the attack and the pressure is still on Manchester City, who are trying to, at the very least, go into this halftime at 0-0, making the job even more difficult for Bayern Munich.
It's 21 minutes played at the Allianz Arena. It's still goalless between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. It's a UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg. Manchester City are leading 3-0 on aggregate after last week's emphatic result. Coverage is brought to you by Azar Paints, Etiso Achisa. Azar, quality paint from the Azar Group since 1921. Azar is definitely your number one. You can also send in your messages to the WhatsApp line 055 11 11 997. We'll do all to read all your messages. Bayern Munich come forward through Jamal Musiala. Spreads it to the left-hand side to Kingsley Coman. Swings in across there. It's headed out there by Ruben Diaz. Goretzka goes for goal. Deflected effort. Falls calmly into the hands of Edison in post for Manchester City.
Yeah, well blocked there by Manchester City. And just look at the switch of play that has just happened. Leroy Sané has taken the place of Coman, and Coman now has also taken the place of Leroy Sané. And not sure why this decision has been taken, because Coman was having a field day at that side of attack. And so maybe, just maybe, Tuchel is trying to use the trickery and the skill of Leroy Sané on Nathan Ake, and hopefully will be able to create a bit more chances for him. It does appear Leroy Sané has been pretty quiet in the game so far, with the exception of a few corner kicks and free kicks he's had
that
to
big
take.
chance that he had also.
Yeah.
Joao Cancelo on the ball for Bayern Munich, plays it to his fellow defender in the league. He goes back to goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Upamecano, who moments ago thought he had been sent off, but was saved by that offside flag. Clearance there by De Ligt. Finds Jamal Musiala. Bayern Munich will come forward. Musiala plays in the through ball to Kingsley Coman. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Coman plays it. Finds Choupo-Moting. It's a glorious chance for Bayern Munich, and Goretzka skies the shot just on the edge of the box. That was a well-worked chance there from Bayern Munich, and Goretzka should have at least hit the target.
Absolutely, he should be hitting the target from that yard, hitting the target. But what a wonderful footwork by Jamal Musiala. Finds Coman, and it is very problematic for Choupo-Moting not to be in the penalty box at that time, but finds Goretzka, and Goretzka should be hitting the target. You can't afford to be missing this number of chances. Leroy Sané, now Goretzka. It just might come biting them.
Manchester City will come forward. It's Bernardo Silva on the right-hand side, comes in field, spreads play looking for Jack Grealish, but Pavard is there to nick the ball ahead of the Englishman, only as far as Rodri. Goes back to Ake, back to Rodri. Rodri plays a through ball there, finds Bernardo Silva. It's a good opportunity for Man City. Bernardo Silva still in the ball, finds Jack Grealish, dances past one, dances past two, goes for goal, and his shot is blocked there. Manchester City still with possession. It's Nathan Ake. Finds Jack Grealish. Akanji now with the ball. Kevin De Bruyne on the right-hand side. And he goes back to goalkeeper Edison there.
Manchester City having a spell of possession there and trying to pile the pressure on Bayern Munich. Instead, some messages coming through. Good evening, commentary team. Since my team Liverpool are out, I am rooting for Manchester City to win the competition. There's a big show listening to us all the way inside Amasaman. And he said, we the citizens, we know they panic. Oh, we are going to trash Bayern Munich today. That's from Macbeth all the way from Castle. Keep your messages coming through 055 11 11 997. Let's hear from you. It's 25 minutes played. Bayern Munich versus Manchester City, 0-0, with Manchester City ahead on aggregate.
There's a throw into Bayern Munich inside their own half. Then we look at that offside decision again. Just saved by inches there. Dayo Upamecano. City with possession is Bernardo Silva. dances past Cancelo and Goretzka, still with the ball. Bernardo Silva plays a near post cross there. Feeble effort is cleared out by Bayern Munich.
He makes it look so easy, yet that is very difficult to do. He's such a wonderful player, Bernardo Silva. No wonder Pep Guardiola said of him that, with the exception of Messi, he is the next player he is very, very proud to have coached.
Bernardo Silva
almost left Manchester City this season too.
Joined Man City from Monaco. It's been immense during his time at the Etihad. Rodri repossession for Man City, finds Gundogan. Goes back to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz for Man City finds Akanji. Being pressured there by Kingsley Coman. But he finds Kevin De Bruyne. Plays through to Bernardo Silva, back to Kevin De Bruyne. He finds Grealish on the left-hand side. Grealish plays the ball back to Ake. Ake fizzes a shot across the face of goal. Was looking for a touch of Erling Haaland. He failed to do so, and luckily for Bayern Munich, that shot just runs across the face of goal with no danger.
It was a wonderful effort by Nathan Ake there, and if Erling Haaland had gotten any form of contact at all on that ball, it would have been at the back of the net. Bayern Munich need to be careful, extra careful. They can't afford to concede a goal, especially because it now becomes 4-0. How can you come back if you go 4-0, unless you're Barcelona or something? I'm not sure, but they need to avoid conceding any goal at all. And Thomas Tuchel did indicate in his pre-match conference that that's exactly what they are trying to do. But at the moment, it does look like they are leaking, and they have to be careful.
There's Jan Sommer in post for Bayern Munich. He hits his clearance up the field. But Manchester City will pick up possession again. It's Jack Grealish inside the center circle, finds Kevin De Bruyne, turns nicely. That was good defensive play there from Joao Cancelo. Bayern Munich will win back possession. It's Dayo Upamecano on the ball, goes back to his goalkeeper Jan Sommer, to Matthias de Ligt. Bayern Munich trying to build from the back there. Patient build up. It's Upamecano on the ball. Plays it infield to Choupo-Moting. The ball goes all the way back to Jan Sommer. It's de Ligt. Finds Cancelo. Manchester City with that high press, making it almost impossible for Bayern Munich to play through them. And de Ligt spreads it to Benjamin Pavard, knots it on to Leroy Sané. Nicely done there by Bayern. Is now with Pavard, chips it looking for Musiala. He finds him on the edge of the box and he's brought down. What's the verdict? Referee says no foul. And Thomas Tuchel is incensed.
If you have none, it should be a foul. You should think there was some nudge on Jamal Musiala there. Just look at it from the replay. Rodri, just a little bit of a nudge. You look at it. He didn't get the ball. He even had the trailing foot of Jamal Musiala. It should have been a foul. The referee got it wrong there. But play continues.
Nicely done there by Cancelo. Quick feed there, spreads it to the right-hand side. It's Benjamin Pavard, chips in across into the box. Is headed out there by Rodri. And the clearance is completed there by Bernardo Silva. Only as far as Musiala plays it back to de Ligt, to Upamecano. Bayern Munich. The sustained spell of pressure now. Upamecano. Super pass there. It's Benjamin Pavard free on the right-hand side. A cross comes in. And that was great defending there from Ruben Diaz. Got back just in time in front of Choupo-Moting. And Bayern Munich have a corner.
Great defending for Manchester City, and you could understand why they are complaining. It does appear there was a foul in the build-up to that very cross, but the referee decided to let play continue. It does appear he is, after not giving Bayern Munich a foul, he's also trying to provide some parity there, as far as fair play is concerned. But Bayern Munich with
corner kick is taken, is flicked up the near post there. It was Choupo-Moting, got his head onto the ball, but a bit too heavy, that touch, and it goes out for a goal kick. It looks like there's a problem for the Manchester City goalkeeper, Ederson.
Yeah, it looks like there's a problem there for Ederson. Seems to have picked up an injury. Not sure whether it is to his foot or his arm or his hands. Not sure, but play is definitely going to continue pretty shortly. You can send us your WhatsApp message 055 11 11 997. Let's hear from you.
It's John Stones on the ball for Manchester City. Plays it infield looking for Erling Haaland, but loses possession. Bayern Munich will come forward again. It's Goretzka. Finds Joao Cancelo. Plays it infield to Joshua Kimmich. He has runners in front of him, but he finds his midfield partner, Goretzka. Close control there from the German. Plays it inside to Upamecano. Goes right now. Kingsley Coman trying to dance away from Jack Grealish. He forces back. Ball with Matthias de Ligt. Bayern Munich still with possession. It's Musiala on the left-hand side, surrounded by two Manchester City defenders. Well, you just know he'll get past them, and he does that brilliantly. Finds Cancelo to Upamecano now. Choupo-Moting has dropped deep, picks up the ball, plays it to Benjamin Pavard. Back to Upamecano. Patient build-up there from Bayern Munich. It's a UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg tie. Bayern with the ball is Musiala. Bundled over. And Manchester City win back possession only to lose it and win it back. It's Jack Grealish on the left-hand side. Dances away from Joshua Kimmich. Cuts onto his left foot. Looking for that pass to Erling Haaland. But he overhits it and it goes out for a goal kick.
Bayern Munich need to be a little more purposeful with their passes. Too many back passes are happening, and they need to be a little more direct. Find the wingers, find Coman, find Leroy Sané. Watch the attacking movements of Jamal Musiala. Select the ball into his feet. He would definitely get it forward for you. Goretzka and Kimmich need to do better as far as their forward passing is concerned. And of course, there Grealish had an opportunity, but it does appear the pressure that was piled on him, he couldn't maintain his composure to find Erling Haaland. So far, it's been an end-to-end game, very cagey game, and Kojo texting us from Afienya. Did I almost say Kenya? Afienya. He said this is such a tough match, but come what may, Manchester City will do enough to qualify and win the Champions League. Not sure why so many people are tipping Manchester City to win the Champions League, but it looks like they just might be able to win it this time round.
Happens every season. Whoever wins this tie will progress to face Real Madrid, who knocked out Chelsea yesterday by 4-0 on aggregate. AC Milan also booked their place in the semi-final. They will face the winner of the other game that is ongoing in Italy between Inter Milan
and Benfica. In that game, Inter Milan did score a goal, but it has been disallowed for an offside. Is the ball went into the back of the net after Lautaro Martinez got on the end of Edin Dzeko cross, but it's not going to count because there was a foul by Martinez, for which reason that ball has been ruled out. And as it stands, it's still 2-0 in that very tie.
So Inter have actually taken the lead in that game. There was a goal disallowed, and then Nicolo Barella gave Inter Milan the lead. So they lead by 1-0, and that makes it 3-0 on aggregate. And there's a yellow card there for Upamecano. And there's some drama there. It's a penalty to Manchester City. It looked like it was a late challenge there by Upamecano. I'm sure VAR will check this.
Looking at potential handball situation. Oh, that's a penalty.
Yeah, ball just grazed the elbow of Upamecano, and the ref has given a penalty. Interesting decision there. His hand was not in his natural position.
But he does appear when he was approaching the ball, he had his hand at the back of the net. He just is too difficult, too difficult. And of course, Manchester City have a penalty. Erling Haaland looking to put at the back of the net. He doesn't often take. Okay, he does sometimes. And hoping to score again against Bayern Munich.
He scored last week. He has an opportunity to score his 46th goal of the season. Erling Haaland from the penalty spot. 46 goals. Or he has 45 goals, opportunity to make it 46.
And in the game between Inter Milan and Benfica, Benfica have equalized. It's 1-1 now in Italy. And at the moment on aggregate, it's 3-1 on aggregate in favor of Inter Milan.
So it's Haaland against Jan Sommer. They know each other very well. Jan Sommer spent almost his entire career in the Bundesliga. Erling Haaland was with Dortmund. He had a lot of matchups back in the day. It's Haaland against Jan Sommer. It's 36 minutes played between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. It's an opportunity for Manchester City to take the lead through the penalty spot. Erling Haaland steps back against Jan Sommer, who is somewhat of a specialist from the spot. Haaland, and he blasted over the bar. He's missed from the spot. Yes, Erling Haaland can make mistakes.
He's human after all.
It's a penalty miss.
Shocking. Way over the bar for Haaland. Did not even find the target. And you could see the reaction on his face. Just look at how he took the penalty. There was power in it. But it was over the bar, way over the bar. He didn't get the connection right. Completely through and you can see the reaction of Pep Guardiola, and it's Bayern Munich who will try to take advantage of that.
Bayern Munich will come forward as Kingsley Coman finds Joshua Kimmich, plays it back to Matthias de Ligt. Finds Musiala on the left-hand side. One-on-one against Bernardo Silva. Musiala dancing past Bernardo Silva, but the Portuguese does well to win possession, and Kevin De Bruyne will hit a long clearance there looking for Erling Haaland, and it's cleaned up there by Dayo Upamecano. So Upamecano has had two close shaves. The first one looked like he was sent off, only for the red card to be overturned for an offside, and then his handball led to the penalty, and luckily for him, Erling Haaland missed from the spot. It's 38 minutes played at the Allianz Arena. It's Bayern Munich 0, Manchester City 0. It's the UEFA Champions League quarterfinal second leg, and Bayern will come forward. It's Leroy Sané on the left-hand side for Bayern Munich. Plays it, finds Joshua Kimmich, who goes for goal from about 20 yards out, and he powers it over the bar.
Bayern Munich clearly know that pretty much everything has gone their side. They've had a red card overturned. They've had a penalty missed. You need to try and get the goal, try and get the first goal, fight a little harder, get a second, and if you can get a third, get the game going. The fans are there creating a wonderful atmosphere for you. They need to really dig deep and at the very least get a goal before the end of the half.
Ederson playing dangerously in his own goal area, but he does well to get that ball out. Is Rodri now with possession for Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne on the right-hand side. He has space in front of him, and he finds Bernardo Silva. Faced there by Joao Cancelo. Manchester City with possession on the ball. It's Nathan Ake. He has Jack Grealish for support. He finds Grealish with the through ball there to Gundogan. Opportunity for a cross. Gundogan cuts it back to Kevin De Bruyne. Grealish now on the ball for Manchester City. Cuts it onto his right foot. Fakes a shot. Goes back to Kevin De Bruyne. To Nathan Ake now. Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne's pass there to Jack Grealish was cut out, and Bayern Munich will win back possession as Kingsley Coman goes back to his goalkeeper Jan Sommer, who hits a poor clearance there. Falls to Kevin De Bruyne, and Man City will win back possession again.
Bayern Munich struggling to get the ball out of their half, and just look at the high line Manchester City are playing, making it difficult for Bayern Munich to play. And Bayern Munich needs to be a little more urgent in their play. They're just a little too much hesitance. Get the ball out of your half as quickly as you can. The transition should be a little more faster. Bayern Munich are not doing enough of that, and almost always getting the ball back to Jan Sommer. Jan Sommer now tries to find someone and they wins the ball. They need to get it to the feet of Jamal Musiala. He's very good on holding the ball. He's just like Bernardo Silva, or get it to Leroy Sané. Find these players that can hold on to the ball and even, get it into the half of Manchester City for you.
Man City with possession is Nathan Ake. Finds Kevin De Bruyne, helps it on to Rodri. Now ball with Jack Grealish. Cuts in nicely, surrounded by 3 defenders. City still have the ball. It's Gundogan. He has space in front of him. He cuts onto his left foot, and it's good defending there by Upamecano. And Bayern Munich will attempt to get that ball out, but it's Leroy Sané who concedes a throw-in. You can see Thomas Tuchel hailing out instructions there to his men.
And I could see Sadio Mane looking on there, who definitely relish an opportunity to come on and possibly find the back of the net for these Bayern Munich fans who appear to be growing out of love for him after that his incident with Leroy Sané.
Manchester City with the ball. It's John Stones, loses out. It's Kingsley Coman. Bayern Munich will come forward. Opportunity for a pass. He finds Leroy Sané, cuts onto his right foot. Leroy Sané with a flick pass to Coman. And it's a fantastic save at the near post there from Ederson. Great play there from Bayern Munich to fashion out that opportunity. But Coman's left foot shot was stopped at the near post by Manchester City's Brazilian number 1, Ederson.
Wonderful play by Munich there, and it was a glorious opportunity for them to take the lead. And credit to Ederson, completely had it covered. But what a play by Leroy Sané there. And it's just unfortunate because just when he was looking for support, there was nobody there. Just get the ball into that area for somebody to power it. He could not find anybody. Why he had to return it to Kingsley Coman, and who needed to take the shot on his weaker foot there. But somebody like Choupo-Moting, Goretzka, they need to be getting into the box a little more and providing alternatives for the likes of Leroy Sané when they have the opportunity. Again, Bayern Munich cannot get more players into the box.
Bayern Munich with the ball in midfield is Joshua Kimmich, goes back to Upamecano. Upamecano finds Jan Sommer, plays it infield. Bayern still with possession, trying to exploit the Man City high line. Is Leroy Sané. He has space. He fires a shot at goal, but it just fizzles wide. Kingsley Coman has his arms in the air, wanted the ball to be played through to him, but Leroy Sané chose to go for goal. But unfortunately for Bayern Munich, his shot is way off target.
Shot way off target, and that was the chance by Leroy Sané. Able to find Kingsley Coman, but it's Ederson who had it completely covered there. Great play by Bayern Munich. They appear to have upped the game at the moment now, and the first half is almost upon us. 2 minutes to 45 minutes, and it does appear Ederson picks up a yellow card for delay in time there. Not sure why you would want to do that with almost a whole second half to play. You obviously don't want to waste any minute, but he picks up a yellow card for time wasting. And some messages coming through. He said, I am Samson, listening all the way in Ardenta, Chelsea. Okay, this is definitely not the message. You can't talk about Chelsea by this time. It's not fair. We've gone past Chelsea. He says, I'm listening to you from Oyarifat Teman, Manchester City all the way. And he says, enjoying the commentary, though I am watching live. You guys are too good, but Bayern want to break my heart tonight. I feel money can make a difference. Tell Tuchel for me. Daniel Mensa, Achim Apija over there. So Daniel, thanks for your message. You can also send it 055 11 11 997, and let's read it out for you. Manchester City are the ones who, as it stands, are going through to the next stage of the competition to face Real Madrid until anything change, maybe in the next 45 to 50 minutes.
It's half-time at the San Siro. The game between Inter Milan and Benfica is 1-1 on the night and 3-1 on aggregates to Inter Milan. So as it stands, the Italian side will be moving into the semi-finals. And if they're able to do that, it will be the first time since 2010 that they've reached the Champions League semi-final. Remember who was in charge of Inter Milan back in 2010? Jose Mourinho. He went on to win the competition for them that very year.
But what a game it will be. Inter Milan versus AC Milan. A wonderful Milan derby in the Champions League. Oh boy. Oh, Daniel, you possibly need to get me some ticket, man. Ticket and a visa.
Well, it's 2 minutes added on at the Allianz Arena between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. Fantastic turn there by Kingsley Coman, driving to the heart of the Manchester City defense. He finds Jamal Musiala, glorious opportunity. He sort of slipped there, but he cuts it across. It's a back heel there, and it's Coman, blocked there by his own man, Choupo-Moting. And Manchester City will clear. That was a golden opportunity there for Bayern Munich.
Golden opportunity for Bayern Munich to try and take the lead just before the halftime. But what a miss. Jamal Musiala hesitated a bit. He was completely blocked, but maintained his composure, trying to get the ball into the box somewhere. Was it Choupo-Moting who was trying to do a back flick? Did not work and came into the feet of was his Cancelo. And Choupo-Moting could not just get out of the way for the ball to find the back of the net. Bayern Munich failed to get the ball at the back of the net. What a golden opportunity for them. And just after that action, it was Gundogan who was brought down, and he appears very unhappy with that foul and went straight at Kimmich, who was trying to get the ball out of his hands. And not sure sometimes when they react like that what they want to do. Is it to give him a slap or to do it exactly? And he picks up a yellow card for that. Overreaction.
It's a free kick for Manchester City inside the centre circle. Gundogan, Kimmich and Leroy Sané have all picked up yellow cards. It's Kevin De Bruyne on the ball on the right-hand side for Manchester City. Tries to play the ball into John Stones. A poor pass there, and Bayern Munich will try and come forward. Overhit pass there from Bayern, and Man City will gain back possession. But the halftime whistle has gone at the Allianz Arena. It's goalless at halftime. Some way, somehow, we've not had a goal. It's been an action-packed first half. It's Bayern Munich 0, Manchester City 0. Manchester City lead 3-0 on aggregate. And Bayern Munich will need a miracle in the second half to be able to come back in this one. We had a red card overturned, a penalty miss, and glorious opportunities, especially for Bayern Munich, to take the lead in this one. But at the break, it's goalless between Bayern Munich and Manchester City. The UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg tie on Joy 99.7 FM, also on Hits 103.9 FM. My name is Daniel Cranting. I'm doing this with Razak Musbah. Very interesting first half, Razak.
Absolutely. I've enjoyed it. This is exactly the kind of Champions League action you look forward to on Tuesday and Wednesday night. You know, wonderful play. Bayern Munich have given it their all. They've created the chances. They just found it difficult to get the ball at the back of the net. Leroy Sané with a one-on-one there. He fluffed it. Another chance for Choupo-Moting. Could not connect his head to it. Goretzka had another chance. It was blocked. And yet again, you saw Coleman try a wonderful left foot shot. Edison was there to clear it, and that last minute chance there with Choupo-Moting, just move a little. I'm sure Cancelo would have been saying, but it's been a fair, decent performance by Bayern Munich, and maybe second half they will try and see if they can find some goals. But can you score 3 goals in the second half against Manchester City?
3 unanswered goals.
3 unanswered goals. Well, sometimes they say in football you can say never until it's over. So we wait to see. Just maybe that might happen. And in Italy, it's 1-1. It ended between Inter Milan and Benfica, and as it stands, it's the Inter Milan who cruise into the semi-finals of the Champions League to face AC Milan. Of course, Pep Guardiola will be saying, guys, if you can find the back of the net, just make sure you don't concede any. And I'm sure Thomas Tuchel will be thinking possibly introducing a few more players, a few more attacking players. Maybe Choupo-Moting is possibly going to be drawn out or something there, but I think it's been a fair display by Bayern Munich. And let me just read some message before we take the break. And someone says, Daniel, good evening. Bayern will win but won't qualify, and the Champions League is for champions. Hala Madrid. Say Willie inside Glapedo VP Toko. Forgive me if I'm not mentioning the name right. Just forgive me, my people. Forgive me. And it's a good evening to Daniel Razak. Fantastic commentary, tactical analysis on the City vs Bayern Munich match. I think that Inter will pick Benfica by a narrow margin and score a draw between City and Bayern. Citizen Sika Togo from East Legon. Thanks, Citizen, for the message. And this one says, hi, good evening. This is Kojo Mensah listening to you live inside Holt Barracks, Newtown. Real Madrid will carry the day. Real Madrid? Are you talking about Real Madrid winning the Champions League? Maybe. But Real Madrid is not playing. Or it's a delayed message. It's the message didn't come. The internet to do something. The message came late. All the same, all good. Send your message in the second half. Let's hear from you. 055 11 11 997. And we'll love to hear from you. It's been a wonderful performance. And if you look at the stats, Bayern Munich have had a chunk of the possession over there. And so Bayern Munich having 59% of the possession, Manchester City with just some 41%, 10 shots having played by Bayern Munich, and Manchester City have had just 4 of them. 4 have been on target for Bayern Munich, and Manchester City are yet to register any shot on target. 2 corners for Bayern Munich, Manchester City without any. And as far as fouls are concerned, it's Bayern Munich who are leading 7 fouls. And Manchester City have just 4. And guess what, Daniel? Just saw some interesting stats. You've seen how Bernardo Silva has been troubling Jack Cancelo.
Yeah.
So far in the first half, Cancelo has taken 3 nutmegs for Bernardo Silva.
Just in the first half alone.
Yes, in the first half.
Interesting stuff. Well, we'll take a quick commercial. We'll come back and finish the analysis of the first half, and then we'll dive straight into the second half commentary. This is Joy 99.7 FM. It's your UEFA Champions League live.
businesses, communities, whatever the space, wherever the place, Azar is the paint. Azar paints are high quality, long lasting, and always give a great finish that will make your space shine. At Brighton, Azar, still number one.
From the Azar Group.
From the producers of Run for Your Wife comes another theatrical masterpiece.
She came to you to protect me and the child she was going to have.
Doesn't matter who made us confess. We killed her.
You killed her.
In honor of Ecole Blankson.
When was the last time you saw her? Isn't your business how I run my business?
A Detective Called, the most intriguing play of the year, stages at the National Theatre. Saturday 22nd and Sunday 23rd April with the legendary Fred Amugi, Akofa Ejani, Na Ashoko, Jackie Ankra, Roland Adom, Fifi Coleman, Andrew Tando Adote, and a lot more. A Detective Call. Tickets are selling now for 100 Ghana cedis only at Airport Shell, Patrona Total, Nalem Stores, and at imageburrowgh.com or dial star 365 star 2020 hash. Supported by Caveman Watches, Ghana Tourism Authority, Niplan's Car Rentals, Joy FM, and Daily Guide. It is produced by Image Bureau and April Communications, powered by Stanbic Bank, and proudly brought to you by Ebony Condoms. A Detective Calls. This is not a comedy.
Homes, businesses, communities, whatever the space, wherever the place, Azar is the paint. Azar paints are high quality, long lasting, and always give a great finish that will make your space shine. At Brighton, Azar still number one.
From the Azar Group.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Magnify the Lord with us and let us exalt his name together at the Joy Corporate Worship 2023. The Joy Corporate Worship is a mega gathering of corporate Ghana and all business unto the Lord in worship and supplications. With one accord and a heart of gratitude, let us all come together in worship and appreciate our God for his provision and protection even in the midst of scarcity and uncertainties. Venue is a Royal House Chapel, Ahimfie. Date is Friday 28th April 2023. Time is 6 p.m. prompt. Leading us in worship will be MOG Celestine Don.